Jason.
How you doing?
Matt, I'm doing fine. How are you?
Very well.
Now, you started as your career as a DJ for an illegal radio station in London.
Yeah, I mean, I was a kid. I wouldn't really call it my career. I was kind of still at school and stuff.
Yeah, but nevertheless, already a genuine criminal at that time in the eyes of the law.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, I was kind of a good kid at school. I didn't used to like get in trouble or do lots of drugs.
No.
Got good grades, but I had to become a pirate radio DJ. It was kind of a cool thing, and I could see all this new music coming out of London, and I wanted to be part of it. And I never thought about it as something illegal.
Yeah. Now, since your book, The Pirate's Dilemma, you've become like the guru of internet pirates. What happened?
I don't know. I'm still trying to figure it out. I mean, I just sort of, I wrote about kind of piracy as I'd known it growing up, as kind of this sort of this cool thing on the edge of society that was doing something good for the record industry, and then I looked around and I started to see similarities in downloading, in counterfeiting, and looking through the history of different types of media and stuff.
But in your point of view, like, internet pirates aren't criminals. You even call them freedom fighters.
I think piracy can be...
Aren't you a bit romanticizing a crime?
So I kind of take the view that piracy can be a way to be a freedom fighter, to kind of push back if the government or the market's not kind of doing the thing that people want it to do.
Because, Matt, now, even as we speak, like, criminal organizations are making a fortune by selling illegal DVDs, CDs, Rolex watches, even Viagra pills.
Yeah.
That's okay with you?
No, not at all. No, I mean, I think the book's called The Dilemma because it is a dilemma. Like, when piracy happens, it happens for a reason. It happens because the market's not working or something's not working and people want something a certain way, whether it's a DVD or a cheaper Rolex watch or whatever it is. And it's always usually done for cynical reasons to make money, but sometimes there's this kind of side effect that's good, and then we pick up on that in society, and good things happen. The record industry started because of piracy. Hollywood started because of piracy. I mean...
How is that so?
So when Edison invented the phonographic record player, musicians called this guy a pirate. He was this guy, right? He'd made this weird machine that played these plastic discs that perfectly reproduced what musicians did to earn a living. I mean, you can see it from their point of view, right? This guy was a criminal. Clearly. Nobody could see the record business coming. It took a while to figure out. Edison went on to invent filmmaking technology. A lot of filmmakers in New York, he was charging a license fee to use his technology, and a lot of filmmakers felt this license fee was too high. So they fled to this tiny town in the then still very wild West Coast.
California.
Right, and it's close to the Mexican border, and they started this town of pirate filmmakers, and every time Edison sent his lawyers out, they'd go and hide in Mexico. The town's still there, it's called Hollywood.
Yeah. The book became a bestseller. It was sold by thousands, hundreds of thousands. But on your site, people can download it for free.
That's right.
How do you connect those two?
So the free copy of the book is the best way to sell the book. It's the best marketing campaign you can do for a book.
Because weren't you afraid that if you put it for free on the internet, nobody would want to buy the book?
Well, my publishers, I wanted to do it before it came out, and my English language publishers said, this is probably not a good idea, we don't want to say books are worth nothing, which I agree with. I was like, okay, well, fine. And then it got pirated anyway, and it started turning up on the Pirate Bay, and I was like, look, the book's about competing with pirates. Like, please, can we do it? And we did it, and physical sales went up, eBook sales went up, we got loads of good press, and people can pay whatever they want for the book, and about 10% of people pay like $5 or more per copy. And because that didn't affect sales, that's all found money, right?
It didn't affect sales.
It affected sales in a positive way. Okay. So that's all kind of just extra money.
Yeah, but that's for a book because people want to have something in their hands at last. I mean,
this is the thing
for movies and music.
Absolutely. I mean, I think the thing with piracy, when it happens to you, whatever it is that you do, you've really got to look at the sort of facts on the ground of what it is that you do and what people value and where you can get value. Because if there's illegal copies of your work going around, it usually means more people are hearing about it, and that usually means there's probably another way for you to make money. And I think that's the future of kind of all of our businesses these days.
Matt, you calculated what the copyright laws would cost every one of us on a daily basis.
And the question is this: if you were sued every time you accidentally violated copyright law in a single day, how much do you think that figure would be in US dollars? So I'm not talking about things like downloading music illegally or downloading films. I'm talking about violating copyright law accidentally, so singing happy birthday in public, forwarding an email to somebody with another email attached to it that you didn't write. All the things that we do that we don't even realise we're doing. Anybody got any idea? Who said 12 million? She just won. How did you know that? You read it. She read it. So, but that's crazy, right? $12.45 million a day in just doing things that we don't even think of as infringements.
That's a huge amount of money, and that's...
I'm sorry, did you have permission to use that clip? You're going to be hearing from my lawyers tomorrow morning.
We'll get in touch. No, but that's really an incredible amount of money. $12.4 million a day per person.
Right, so this was a figure that a guy named John Terranian, who's a law professor at the University of Utah, came up with. And he just tracked all the times he accidentally violated copyright law in a single day, and that was the figure he came up with. Yeah. Now, it might be slightly inflated because he has a tattoo of Captain Caveman here, which is a copyright infringement. So every time he went past the video camera, he'd made an illegal copy of Captain Caveman.
What are other examples of us?
So yeah, like if you forward an email that you didn't write to somebody else, well, technically you should get the other person's permission, right? Or if you photocopy a page from a book, well, you've just made an illegal copy of that, right? Or, singing Happy Birthday, singing any song in public that you don't own the rights to.
We can't sing Happy Birthday in public?
No, well, not unless you pay Warner Brothers.
Really?
Yeah, they own the rights to it. They have sued people for singing it in public. They've sued the Girl Scouts. They've sued all kinds of people.
Matt, in 2005, the film industry lost $18.2 billion to piracy.
Says who?
Says
the film industry. Right, and I think that figure is, a lot of the figures you hear like that are based on, the assumption is made that, well, if every person who bought an illegal copy for 50 cents in China bought the $25 DVD with the director's commentary, then we'd have made 18 billion whatever, but no one in China is buying a DVD for $25. So a lot of these figures have been really inflated, and there's all kinds of contradictory research on what goes on.
Nevertheless, they are losing money. How do they react to the book?
So pretty well, actually. I do a lot of work with the film industry, consulting, stuff like that. And I feel for them. I live in New York City, close to Chinatown, and I always talk to the DVD pirates down there, selling them on the street. And I'm like, how's business? And they're like, oh, it's terrible. People are downloading movies at home. We can't sell these things. But if you're in a business where the pirates are being copied by pirates, it's bad. But Hollywood's had record years at the box office every year for the last 3 years.
But what's your alternative? How should they change their business?
Well, people obviously want DVDs when the film's coming out. They want to get films online. They want to be able to download them. There's all kinds of reasons why Hollywood can't just do that overnight. But they're really trying. They are trying to get around, and it's things like, well, we're going to annoy Walmart if we don't sell DVDs through them 3 months later. But there are people trying to do things, and they're trying to experiment. They don't want the same thing to happen to them that happened to the record business. So we shall see.
Yeah. One last thing, Matt, this is what you put on Twitter earlier today. If you're in Belgium or Holland tonight, catch me tonight on Der Laatste Show.
Is that spell it wrong? I haven't slept for like 48 hours.
You're a Brit, and you guys had some trouble with the Germans as well. I would try to avoid it. You're going to Holland tomorrow?
I mean, I have no idea what country I'm in right now, to be honest with you. I haven't slept for like 48 hours, but I mean...
OK, no, it's great.
All right, well, we'll exchange. My lawyers will call your lawyers about it, and we'll talk about Twitter, and I'll see you in court.
Great, thank you very much. Matt Mason.
Thanks.